Hi Aaron, it's Kevin. Just going to give you a quick run around on analytics here. It should be the case that when you log into analytics.google.com, you should get something like this. Up here in the left-hand corner, you should be able to select other accounts you have. Your view will be slightly different than mine because I have so many. But just let me know if you can't see the multiple accounts that you need to look at here, okay? So there's one for teton management, there's one for teton investments. So really this dashboard just gives you kind of an overall view, but the very most important thing you need to do before you really do anything else is establish the time frame that you're looking at. So this is showing the last 30 days. I find this view is not so useful. Go to audience and click overview. This is the more traditional view. Up here in the right corner you can click on this date picker and then just choose the range. So let's say from October 1st, then it'll go to the end date, we'll say till today, and hit apply. Now it'll show us the data from October 1st to October 27th. Now of course we didn't start tracking this until we launched the site on October 17th, so let's put it back to the 17th or the 16th to today, and that'll be pretty much all the data we've had so far. So for the management site, for this period of time, the last 10 days, you've had 363 users, 553 sessions. That means some users have been on there twice. That includes you and I right now because it's counting us as traffic. So if we logged in multiple times, that'd be multiple sessions for an individual user. Pages per session, the number of pages that someone visited, total number of page views, how many pages per session on average, how long people spent on the site, 3.5 minutes. Bounce rate means how many people landed on a page and then left immediately, typically the home page. Bounce rates typically hover around 50%, so don't worry too much about that. In this left column, you can do a number of different things. You can see, if you look under geo, under location, it'll give you a map and show you where people are coming from. If you dig down through these links, you can start seeing a little bit of the regional massing. So New York City, Binghamton, Albany. The thing to keep in mind here is that this is not necessarily exactly where the person's computer is or their traffic is. It can also reflect where their traffic routes through. So a lot of these spaces are where an IP address resolves through a regional router. But this traffic, it's obviously relevant to your searches. So then you can see what did they do, and how many were new, how many were returning. That'll tell you a little bit about the sources there. But ultimately, when you're asking about where people came from and how they found you, you have to click on acquisition. That will open up this new tab. Go to acquisition overview, and you'll get a number of different things here. So organic search means that they did a search for apartment rentals or something like that. We can dig into that in a second. Direct means they actually typed in your URL, teton.management. Referral means that they clicked on a link from some outside source. Social means it came from a social media platform. On any of these, you can click on it, and for the period that we're looking, for this period, it will show you what the referral was. Okay, so here's the referrals are from Whaling Properties, Teton Investments, from Studio 2, Downtown Pittsfield, Peak Point, New York, all that stuff. But you can see there's only one person or one visit. So after you've had this up for a month or so, you'll see different results here. When we go back to the overview, and you go to organic search, this can often be somewhat useless, unfortunately, because Google doesn't index the majority of the keywords people use to search here. We have another way to look at this, and I'll take you into that through Search Console at another date. But basically, this shows you some of the searches that people used. Okay, and then if you click on behavior, you can go to overview and basically see what did people do. They landed on your home page. They went to rentals. They went to properties. They went to Massachusetts properties. They went to your about us, your contact, and you can see the breakdown of traffic here. Okay. And this behavior flow thing basically is just a little flow chart showing that from all the people who landed on the page during this period, what did they do, in general. So that gives you a pretty good idea of how analytics works. We're not tracking conversions right now. Conversion would be, did they buy something? Did they check it out? So it's not really relevant to your site. But that gives you a pretty good idea of how the analytics interface works. Okay.